Hi and welcome to today's video. I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Gergana Radovich. I'm holistic health coach, sleep expert, and EFT and master T-Tap trainer. And today I'm going to talk about movement. And my main question for the day is how to stay active even though if you have only 15 minutes a day, because I do believe that exercise, being active, staying active, moving more is the fountain of youth and fountain of health, and everybody should move, although most of us right now are not moving enough or are not moving at all. And this is a huge topic. As a trainer, as a person who is rather active, I know that our body needs to move, needs to be on the go all day around. But because most of us have sedentary lives, most of us sit all day in front of a computer, most of us are closed indoors even before 2020, and now even more. We need to pay special attention to staying active, being active, and exercising, putting efforts into exercising regularly and on daily basis. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Before, in my previous videos, I shared how I became a life coach, health coach, actually, how I became a holistic practitioner. But for me, it's important to state again, because that's the way that most people start taking care of themselves. From what I've seen, they start paying attention to their physical condition. And usually we do something differently or we reach out for help when we have some kind of a problem, when we have aches, or we've lost our sleep, when we have something else going on in our health and in our life in general. So that's when most of the people start looking for help. And the first step usually is finding some exercise routine that they try to do on daily or weekly basis. And that's a wonderful first step. But what comes next? Many of the people who start exercising in the beginning of the year, I don't know why, don't ask me why, but in the beginning of the year, usually 1st, 2nd, 5th of January, everybody has a New Year resolution. I'm going to move more, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to be active like nobody's business. And then by the end of the same month, by the end of the January, we've kind of lost our groove and we've kind of lost our New Year's resolutions. And that's not how the health works, actually. We need to be active and we need to stay active. But why most of the people lose their motivation for exercise and staying active in general? On my opinion, it's because they try to do too much too soon all at once. And if you are a coach potato by the end of December, you can't become a fitness maniac in January. Or you can for a week or 2 or 3, and then you go back, because life inevitably happens. You go back to your own old self, and then you miss one day at the gym or second day at the gym and say, well, that's it, I'm not an active person. And how we believe about ourselves is how we actually live our lives. So that's the most important thing, to start with the positive intention, to start looking at the mind, at our mind, what's happening there, and not in not looking at our body. I mean, just physical appearance. I have to lose these 5 or 6 kilos. That's not really the real motivation. So the question is, again, the question, why do we lose motivation? Because the answer is because we don't have the right motivation. And if you start chasing the wrong path, you're not going to get much further from the beginning. So that's why you need to look at what really will bring what exercise will bring to you, why it's important for you. I'd like to share my own story here. I started as a T-Tap trainer. I didn't start as a trainer, of course. I found T-Tap around probably more than 10 years ago because I was searching for something that I could do at home. And I found it somewhere. I saw people talking about, on some forums, I saw people talking about T-Tap, how great this was, what great results they achieved, how they could do it at home, and etc., etc. And I was hooked immediately. And then I started doing it at home, and I couldn't believe how happy and motivated and energized I felt after doing only 15-20 minutes a day. And then after a couple of weeks or months, I decided that I'm going to do all that's in my power to become a T-Tap trainer. And because I knew deep down in me that if I'm going to stay active, I need to find deeper motivation than how I look. And for me, that deeper motivation was becoming a trainer, understanding more and more about the system, about the movement, and being able to teach that to other people. So that was my biggest motivation, actually. I'm not saying this should be your motivation. No. I'm teacher at heart. I need I need to teach to others. It's stronger than me. But that's not how everybody should do it. I'm just saying that you need to find your own biggest motivation. What's your own drive? And being healthy sounds nice, but it doesn't really mean something specific. But having more energy, being able to play with your kids, being able to enjoy physical activity with your friends or with your spouse, being able to walk for hours, having great sleep, having hormonal balance, and so on, is really releasing the ache, the pain in the back, the pain in the shoulders, the pain in the neck or in the knees. It's really very specific, and that's what I encourage everybody to start looking for. Something specific that can teach you, something specific that can stand in front of you as a goal toward which you can walk on daily basis. And after you find your own motivation, I suggest you look at your schedule and see where you can fit this physical activity. And before doing that, let me state a few things about why physical activity, staying active, is important. I kind of forgot that. Because I think everybody should know it, but it's not the case. So why being active, staying active is important? First and foremost, because our bodies were designed to move on daily basis. Hi, Stacy. I'm very happy to see you here today. And please let me know how is the today's topic important for you. And I know that you love to stay active. Let me know what is your biggest motivation and what's your biggest struggle, please, in the comments. So why staying active is important? Because the body was designed to move. Until just a few decades ago, we probably even 1 or 2 maximum decades ago, we were very active as human beings. We needed to do physical work. We needed to even get up and switch on the TV, of all the examples. We needed to cook. We needed to run errands and so on and so on. Nowadays, but nowadays, what we get is home delivery. We have remote controls. We don't need to do anything but just press a button. And your body requires a lot more than just pressing a button. And lack of activity, what is one of, I don't think people are paying attention to that, and it's important, but one of the most severe, let me put it this way, effects after the 2020 and staying in home was this not being able to move enough, to exercise enough. And that's when the people turn toward the home exercise routines, turn toward exercising at home. As a trainer who's been doing that for more than 10 years now, not as a trainer, but practicing at home, I know that you can be active when you are at home. And I know that it requires a bit of organization, but it's doable. And by the end of the video, I'll show you how you can do that. But I just want to go back to the one of the worst effects from COVID-19 was not being active enough. And this results in pain all over the body, necks, shoulders, knees. This results in releasing mobility, losing mobility in hips, or it's true for the older people, but I don't think that even the youngest are saved from this. So it's really important to pay attention to how we move, and it's really important to move on daily basis. Again, what I'm saying today goes for most of the people. It's not intended, it's not untrue, but still the professional sportsmen, they have other routines, they have trainers, they have coaches. But for normal people outside of the sport world, we need to remember that we need to be active every single day. And there are different routines that you can enjoy. There are different sports. Everybody prefers one or the other, and it's normal. But some sports are better than others simply because they engage more muscles in a smarter way, and they bring more benefits for a shorter amount of time. And that's what T-Tap can do for you. And T-Tap is a method for muscle activation that engages the whole body. Every move engages the whole body, and it emphasizes on the backbone, it emphasizes on the torso, on the back, and it helps really. Within 15 minutes you can achieve far more greater results than jogging or being at the gym or doing something else. TTAP is a very rehabilitative um, method, and everybody who enjoys other sports, rigorous sports, may turn to TTAP for rehabilitation. And TTAP has been my primary method activity for the past 10 years, and I can tell that there is a huge difference before, for me, before TTAP and after finding TTAP, even though I was 10 years younger then, when before I found it. So it's a very, very enjoyable routine. It has, as a method of movement, it has different exercises, different exercising routines, different workouts, and they all bring a lot of benefits. What are the main benefits for me? I mean, not for me personally, but as a trainer, what I see in others is that TTAP, as I said, it emphasizes on the backbone, and it emphasizes on the health of the whole body, but especially on the neck, back, torso. And TTAP strengthens the muscles. Every move is treating the muscle at both ends of at both attachments at the same time, and it's pulling. Actually, it's isometric contractions. It uses isometric contractions, which means that it pulls and twists at the same time, and creates muscles that are more like denser muscles, lean and strong, and not bulky muscles as say muscles you get in the gym lifting weights. This is one thing. The other very important thing is that TTAPs, because of the way every exercise engages the muscles, usually we engage between 5 and 7 muscles, even more in every move. TTAP helps with feeding the bones in the body, and thus helps with preventing osteoporosis, and even it helps with rehabilitating the bone density and improving the bone density, which is really important for everyone, because with age we tend to lose our bone density, but it's especially important about us women, because this process is even stronger for us. I mean, we're losing bone density with greater speed than men usually do. So this is the second great benefit. Other benefit that TTAP can help can bring is hormonal balance, because of the way we use the muscles, of the way we use our body when we do the TTAP. It helps with creating hormonal balance, and this is something that I can truly I've seen in my own life, so to speak, because I can clearly mark how I felt, what were my hormonal say situation, what was my hormonal situation before TTAP and now after TTAP. And one of the symptoms that you have hormonal imbalance actually is having acne, especially in older, when you are older, above 20 and 20 years old. And that's a really good sign to measure whether your hormones are in check or not. It's not the only sign. It's not 100% accurate every time, but it's a rather good sign. And after doing TTAP, I took care of actually those hormonal imbalances. And what I forgot to mention about the muscles and the muscle imbalances and muscle strength. Usually, because we go through our lives, our daily lives, doing whatever we are doing, we usually, especially when we age, we start creating muscle imbalance. And it's a common thing to happen, especially if you are a woman and you are bringing your purse only, you are wearing your purse only on one shoulder. For example, I wear my purse from on my crossbody on my right shoulder, and that's how I'm prone to tilt to one side. And that's what usually happens with age if you don't pay attention and if you don't work on your core strength. So one this is only one thing from carrying a purse. The other thing is, because we stay whole day in front of a computer, we tend to kind of swope forward, and we tend to create tension here and at the base of the back, of the small back. And there are where the problems appear, and there are where the pain actually appears. And if you feel you have tension in the shoulders, if you feel you have neck pain, if you feel you have even headache, rather often headaches and pains in the neck, or pain in the neck or in the shoulders or in the back, it might be, to a greater chance, it's due to muscle imbalances in the torso and the whole upper body. And that's something that you can absolutely rehabilitate and prevent with TTAP. But you have to be active, you have to exercise regularly, and you have to pay attention to those things. Other very common benefit from TTAP, and here is where all the women really get engaged in the conversation at this point, is because of the way we use our body when we do TTAP. It engages, as I said, it engages the muscles of the whole body, but especially muscles in the torso. We kind of cinch in, and it's like after a few weeks of doing TTAP regularly, 3-4 times a week, we kind of cinch in the whole upper body. It's not only here, it goes to the hips as well, but usually it's very visible in the whole upper body. And it's not uncommon for people, women especially, to lose a size or two or even more within 60 days of start doing TTAP, 3 to 5 days per week. And here comes the most important question: how much time one needs to do TTAP? And this is my absolutely most favorable question. Why? Because TTAP is something that you can do for 15 minutes several times a week, and you're going to get the benefits. And that's why I'm saying, if you everybody needs to exercise, but if you're going to exercise on daily basis, on weekly basis, why not do something smarter instead of something longer and harder? And especially if you have busy life, especially if you have kids, if you have a million errands to run around, and if you have work, etc., you can fit 15 to 30 minutes 3, 4, 5 times a week, and you can get really amazing results with improving your posture, straightening your muscles, straightening your bone density, releasing sizes, looking firmer, looking toned, looking really and enjoying being active. Because that's what TTAP can do for you. It can bring you energy, it can help you improve your sleep, it can help with hormonal balance, it has a wonderful rehabilitative effect, and it can help you enjoy your other sports. That being said, I'm very, very enthusiastic about spreading the method of muscle activation with others, because I am very fortunate to have found it up earlier in my life, and I've seen firsthand what it can do to improve health and the overall well-being of both men and women. And that's why TTAP is one of my three main pillars in my system, NFC system. And the other two pillars are creating emotional balance and maintaining emotional balance, and creating and having great sleep. And the third pillar is physical vitality and staying active. And that's why I'm saying that you only need 15 minutes a day for exercise if you are exercising enough. Actually, if not, you need 15 minutes if you are exercising the smart way and not the hard way. And then you need a rather probably 10 to 15 minutes to keep your emotions in check and help maintain your overall well-being. And that's why I do believe that when we do the right things, we can do them for less time. And it's especially important if you have somebody that can show you the way, somebody who has come before you and who can help you eliminate the mistakes, avoid the error, avoid the mistakes, and go forward to your goal, actually, to your biggest wish. And if this sounds good, if this sounds great, you can contact me and we can start working together for your own personal perfect self, because it's easier and much more enjoyable to go with somebody, and it actually brings faster results. So if you'd like to have something that you can do on daily basis, TTAP is a great option. I recommend it. And in my system, I use not only TTAP, but I use all the three pillars together so we can get faster results for less amount of time. Because when you incorporate TTAP with some methods from energy psychology, such as tapping or EFT, you can improve your inner motivation, and you can get faster and more sustainable results with doing less. Because one of the greatest obstacles to people is that they cannot find the inner motivation to start exercising and to keep exercising. And we, working together, we can eliminate that. And I'll show you how you can use EFT, how you can use tapping to release your inner beliefs that prevent you from being active, staying active, and enjoying life more. So again, if you like this video, share it with your friends, come back for the next video here in Coaching Rio International, and spread the word, spread the word through the world that there is much more that can be done for everyone who feels, who needs to walk, who needs help to walk toward their goals. Or there is help, there is hope that everybody can achieve their dreams and their goals. Thank you for being with me today. I am Gergana Radovich. Don't forget, if you need my help, you can always contact me or send me a message or leave a comment under this video. And now go back to you. So again, thank you for being with me. Enjoy your day. Until next time. Bye bye.